interesting. I guess interesting day. Um, yeah, but yeah. Overall, I think it was an okay day for the most part. But first it started. The day started off with just feeling very anxious. Just I was feeling very anxious in the morning, and not really wanted to get up out of bed. I just felt very anxious. Um, Getting up and doing what I have to do in the day. Um, yeah, I was like just felt so hesitant. It's like, oh, I just want to stay in bed. Feeling didn't feel great, but I fought through it. Just did what I had to do. Take the dog out, all that stuff. But it was hard to get up today. It was just out of anxiousness. But I did everything what I was supposed to and did what I had to do. Um, Man, today was very weird for lunch specifically. I decided to. Well, first I was gonna go get my usual lunch. I was just gonna go to the store and get like two bananas and maybe something else with it. But then I was on my way there. Like I felt stopped. Like I stopped myself. I'm like, should I get something else or something? Like I don't know. Something didn't feel right. I felt like I shouldn't go and get those bananas, or I should get something else new today. And then like I went in this other restaurant, and I felt like I should go in there, and I looked like, okay, is this interesting? And I was like almost about to, but then I walked out. I walked out of there too, and yeah, and then I debated outside for a little bit, like, and then yeah, I didn't eat there. Then I went back, and then yeah, it was very strange. Like I was trying to follow my intuition of what to do, and then I just decided to walk back, and then go back to where I was, and then decided to wait a half hour, and then decided to go eat a place I haven't gone to for over 2 months, and then I felt like I should just go eat there. And then I went and ate, decided to eat there, and there's my my teacher, sensei, whatever you want to call him. He decided to show up there. We didn't decide anything or to meet up, and there he was, and we had a good conversation. For the most part, we've only been talking through text mostly, and this time it was like a nice one-on-one talk with him. We were timing, but yeah, and maybe I needed that conversation. I don't know. I felt like we talked about a lot of interesting things in general, and he said something interesting that too. Like he's the second person that said it. Like almost a day after. I'll make a very good teacher. The day before that, someone else said I'll make a very good teacher. 2 days in a row, I'm a very good teacher. So I don't know. Feeling like maybe if the planets align or something like that, maybe in the future, yeah, I'd like to be a teacher. But for what? Who knows? I've been so far removed from my business degree, or even like my interest in business in general is like so low right now. Of course, I'm qualified to teach like business and all that, it doesn't feel like my calling to that. I mean, I already kind of feel like what I would like to teach, but I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. I don't think so. I think in the future, yeah. But we'll see how things go. I would like to be a teacher, but not yet. I feel there is things I would like to teach. That mostly has to do with, I guess, all the things I've been going through lately, and I've been very good at simplifying things quite a bit for myself, and to other people. I think I can make it very easy. That's what I'm always good at, and I've been told 2 days in a row I'm a good teacher. And yeah, it's because I simplify things really well. In my case, I said there's the rule of two. Every time you're teaching new concepts or new ideas to people, try to reduce it down to only two things at one time. Not one thing at a time, no, two at one time. Not three, just two. So yeah, that was very interesting. And we had a really nice talk. I had a really nice talk with him. We talked about just, I don't know how our society is in general, how we're maybe, how we move away from certain things and stuff. And then, what's another big part of the conversation? We're talking a lot about my intuition. I'm just going with it and how I'm even there just for my intuition, and there he is to have lunch with me. So yeah, I felt like it was just a good day to just go have lunch with him that day or something. And I don't know exactly why. It feels very sometimes strange to follow my intuition, and sometimes it's a bit annoying. Sometimes I feel like I'm trying to force follow it too much, and I don't know, it just feels very annoying sometimes. Like one thing I'm doing this, one second I'm doing that. Like nothing just feels like, I'm pushing and pulling on my intuition sometimes on what the hell to do, and sometimes it's annoying. I don't know. I feel like I'm just all over the place with it, but I guess at the end it leads to whatever I need to experience, even if it's fucking confusion. My God, that's annoying. And and that was very interesting. So I have a finished English dictionary. What I like to do sometimes, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I just have an intuition to just open up a book, flip it, and then I stop when I feel I need to stop. So just moments before I did this, I was just thinking again about the breakup I had, and just think about the last times I really got to talk to her in person. And yeah, it was like in my mind for a little bit. And something very weird happened. This is very strange. I don't know what's going on. So I went to my Finnish to English dictionary, and I flipped through it, and I decided to stop at a certain point, and I closed my eyes while doing it. And then I already decided exactly where I'm going to look at when I look at the book. I happened to look exactly at the Finnish word for breakup. And here's the strangest thing. here's the really weird part too. I have never marked in that book before. And this page was not dog-eared or anything. There's like no easy way to just get to this page. And yet, that finished word, I think it's like Hotaja. Let me get it out for a moment. Okay, the word is, Hachota for breakup. Of course, directly though, it doesn't normally mean for breakup for in a relationship sense. It just means general breakup. However, I was just thinking about the breakup, and then I opened up to the random page, random word of the day, and it was that. And here's the strangest part. I never marked the book. I never underlined anything in there. This word, Ajota, was underlined in red. I never marked that before in my life. And why would it be? This is my book. And I tried going through the book, like flipping through to see if there's other marks anywhere. There isn't any. This is the one word, the only word in my book. Breakup. Underlined in red. I just randomly opened to that book today, right after just thinking about the breakup. I should have looked at the time. I did that. I didn't look at the time. Maybe it was some divine timing too. I don't know. But it's very weird and very strange. It actually creeped me out quite a bit. It creeped me out. What creeped me out is that it was underlined in red. I'm still wondering what the hell is that about. Why is my book I've never marked, and there's only one word, I was looking through it, nothing else is really underlined at all, just that one word, breakup. I'm weirded out. It's very weird. And yeah, that happened today. And then, just a bit ago, I decided to. So, I had this book for several weeks now. Right? Had no desire to really read it or anything like that. And then I decided to do that same exact thing again. Oh yeah, by the way, this book was my mother's book. And then she put out all these books in front of me. And then I just was just going to pick up whatever my intuition felt like I should pick up. And I didn't really look much into the other, I didn't really look into the books, but then something felt me, yeah, I'm going to pick this one. And I don't know why. The cover is pretty boring. I don't know. And even when I read the back, it's like, I don't know. But it's calling to me for some reason. So I picked this book. She had many books out there. Some with more exciting covers than this. Like, I looked at the other covers, like, oh yeah, that's more cooler. But they didn't call out to me. This one, this one called out to me for some reason. So I decided to do that usual thing where, my intuition, and then I go to a random page or something. Of course, right now I'm just doing that. I don't think this random page thing is anything. So I did it. did that. Like I felt called to the book, and then I felt called to do that again, to pick to a random page, and then I happened to pull up to a page called the beginning of a chapter called "Sharing Souls." Sharing Souls, and I felt compelled to read the whole chapter. Yeah, I can see why my intuition felt to pull out this book. So this guy meets this woman, and I had no idea when I picked out this book that this book would like had a woman like this in it. I had no fucking idea. But basically, this woman has like deep childhood traumas, and she keeps going into bad relationships with men that just they're just pain, basically. Basically, in this story, she was like molested as a child, and then it kind of messed her up for getting, well, just men that aren't, I don't know, that aren't, I guess, great people or something. Let me see. I like some of these quotes here. So, I've made many men suffer, and I've suffered greatly, too. The light of love flows out of my soul, but it can go nowhere because it's blocked by pain. And that really felt like my most recent relationship with this woman. The light of love flows out of my soul, but it can go nowhere because it's blocked by pain. That's exactly how I felt about her. I said I loved her several times. And I know she had just so much pain in her, and she was so scared of commitment, all these things, and then I felt like just her deep traumas had just prevented her from really giving me the love I wanted. And yeah, it's just very sad. It's just so interesting. This is the book I picked out, and now I understand why. And then basically in this book, this woman wants to travel with this man. She just feels that being with him, she will heal. She will just start healing if she goes on this journey with him. And basically he agrees to it. And then there's so many other quotes here. That just absolutely resonated with my ex. It's almost chilling. You can't see it, but my body is covered in open wounds that are constantly bleeding. I wake every morning wanting to die before the day is out, but I continue to live, suffering and fighting and suffering, clinging on to the certainty that it will all end one day. And my ex was basically the same like that too. She was pretty suicidal. A lot. But not when I was ever around though. But it seems like a lot of days she just like felt like really just horrible about herself. And of course, the whole how it went with me, how I think it was like a big misunderstanding. she just said, yeah, she wanted to kill herself also for, I don't know, with how she, I guess, messed things up, and how I made her feel about her actions, I guess. Yeah, and it's just weird that this is the book I picked out. Yeah, it's about basically the same exact woman. It's so fucking weird. It's so weird. So 2 times I do the book thing in one day. 2 times I do the book thing. One, I do it in my dictionary. I open up to the word breakup and finish. Hajota. I do it again. This book starts at a chapter. I find out about the woman in the book is almost entirely just like her. It's really creepy. And of course after that, like, I felt like I didn't really have to read the book more, but then I felt compelled to read like some other weird chapters in here. And then I did. And then I read a bit of the ending too. And yeah, and that's interesting read too, because it's he doesn't end up with her. He ends up with his wife, which is interesting. But he brought her along to help her, you know, and to hopefully for her to heal. And I don't know how the book goes or if she heals or not, but yeah, he decided, sure, okay, let her come along, so on and so forth. But he ends up with his wife anyway. So yeah. And then just a bit ago, it was very strange. Like, I got, like, after reading the book and all that, or reading some of the parts on the ending and stuff, it felt like these emotions came into me that were not mine. Or I was confused at first. I felt like they were mine. And I felt this feeling of longing, hopelessness, sadness, regret, and it just made me feel so, I don't know, desperate again. And I desperately went to my cards and just, I don't know, shoveling them and asking him questions and all this shit. It felt so weird. And then I said, okay, I need to step away for a bit. Like what's going on? Then I went to go sit down for a bit and feel what's, going on. Close my eyes and go like, what is happening here? And then I really felt. Then that's when I realized, I don't think this is me. Like, what is this feeling coming from? And yet it doesn't feel like it's me. I think, I don't know, weirdly enough, it's from her or something. But then when I sat down for a bit, and then I felt myself, I tried to feel myself, and it says, no, I feel fine. What's going on? Yeah, I felt like it wasn't me. Maybe that's what she's feeling right now. But after that realization, now it didn't feel like it consumed me anymore, that feeling. But my God, it's annoying when that comes in. That feeling, it really does drag you along, and it's very annoying. But then when I sat for a bit and felt myself, I felt, no, that's not me. And I would know if it's me too. Oh, I would know if it's me. If it wasn't. This is 2 days in a row too. In the evening also. Both times in the evening around this time, I was like feeling the same feeling. 2 days in a row. I was feeling that same desperation feeling around the same time yesterday in the evening. Almost around this time. Yeah, it was almost around this time. Yeah, I don't think it's me. Or I know it's not me. But man, it feels freaking weird. But really weird day. A lot of weird stuff going on, I guess. I'm always thinking that it's just gonna be a boring day. No, it's not. Feels like it's never a boring day. Every day feels like there's some weird shit going on. Man, that's the weirdest thing though, is the fucking dictionary thing. And the fact that it was underlined. There's no other, I don't think there's anything else in that book that's underlined. I need to maybe go through the book a bit more, but nothing else is underlined. Why was that one? I didn't do that. Did somebody do it? I don't know. But yeah, quite a day. Interesting day. For the most part, the day was good, I think. Except for the beginning of the day, I felt a little anxious. And then towards the ending, after I was reading the book for a bit, I had those weird feelings just come in. But yeah, quite the day. Very interesting. But yeah, I guess that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Did a one person or whoever. But yeah, good stuff today, I guess. Yep. See you next time.